And that means they're not blowing up my treasures this turn, which is pretty nice. And this should just be game. Hello, you gorgeous rascals. Welcome back to the channel, and congratulations. You found the champ dog. So, you know what we need to do to get started? Go grab yourself a cup of tea, mug of coffee, a glass of wine, whatever you want, and let's dig into it. I got a mug of Colombia, I think, going on here. It's pretty tasty. A little bit old now, but still pretty good. Pretty good. So I'll assume you're ready now. I'll assume you've pressed pause if you weren't. Your fault if you haven't. Here's to you. And feel my top deck's getting better and better. So let's jump into the arena, and I'll show you guys what we're working with today. Welcome to the arena. Be warned though, if you're to step foot here today, tread lightly and keep your wits about you. For today, in the arena, there be dragons. So today we are playing some Prismari Goldspan Dragons situation. So you've seen me play a couple of similar lists on the channel in previous videos. I toyed around with a Prismari Goldspan Dragon spells deck at the start of the season, which didn't do too well for me. Then I went with a Jeskai Ultimatum, more burn focused, big spells focused version. And today we're just doing a back to a straight Prismari version, but a little tighter list, more refined, and it's going pretty well for us. And sorry, I did just say start of the season, but obviously I meant right after release of the set, because it's a new season now. So this is a list I pulled off Star City Games. Ross Merriam wrote up a really good article about this deck, so this is his list. It's pretty similar to ones I've tried before. Just a little tighter, more refined, and as I said, the version I tried at the start of the set release, I was toying around with some new cards. I wanted to check them out, see how they went, and I think they definitely have potential, but it didn't quite work out, and it was a little bit janky. This is a little bit more proven, a few more of the tried and true things, and the obviously powerful inclusions such as Magma Opus, Galazeth, Prismari. So I'm not going to go through card by card. A lot of these cards you guys should already know. We've seen them before. It's very similar to the Goldspan Dragon list from previous standard, just with a few additions, but they're very good additions. Magma Opus, really great, particularly being at instant speed. It's really powerful. You can tap a couple of lands or creatures, deal 4 damage, draw a couple cards and make a big dude, or you can discard it for treasure. It does it all. 8 seems like a lot, but you can chuck it away to ramp early in the game, and if you get a dragon down, the whole point of this list is to ramp into big spells, so we are hoping to enable it, and being able to cast this in an end step or during an opponent's upkeep to tap down their lands is pretty big game, and being instant makes so much difference, because you can do this, and even if it gets countered or they play around it, you can follow it up the next turn with another big spell like an Aran's Epiphany, or even another Magma Opus, or use it to bait out a counter so you can get down a Goldspan Dragon. It just has a lot more play to it than you'd think at first. But some of you know this already. You've seen me play the card already. Galazeth Prismari plays really nicely with Goldspan. He's obviously nowhere near as strong, but it does just give us another good threat for the deck. It's a decent sized body, it's evasive, and it helps us ramp and plays into what the deck is trying to do. So overall, it's a solid inclusion. The other new piece of tech, Expressive Iteration. Now, I did play around with this a bit. It wasn't in my Jeskai list, but I think it was in my Prismari list before that. But it's a really solid card. Sorcery Speed, which is a little sometimes. But playing this on turn 3 to draw a land and put a card in your hand. It's basically a 2-mana draw 3 on a turn when we're often not doing much other than foretelling or holding up an adventure. And also later in the game, just 2 mana to effectively draw 3 cards. It's really strong. So this has been a great inclusion. But that's pretty much the list. Those are the additions anyway from Strixhaven. Sideboard, we've got some red cap melees, helps with Winota, helps with red aggro, helps with adventure creatures, helps against opposing Goldspans. few more counter spells, some Fire Prophecy to help deal with creatures. A Crow in War is really helpful. You've seen me put this into my Jeskai list, for example. Just helps with creatures that we otherwise struggle to deal with, like big green things, Lovestruck Beast. What's the thing? Elder Gargaroth. We could get Soulseer to answer Beast, but this is a little more flexible and a little more powerful, to be honest. And 3 Ox of Agonist is mainly here for rogues. But yeah, that's the list. So let's jump on into some games, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Okay, this hand is pretty mediocre, especially on the draw. I mean, this can hopefully find us some things. It's just really slow. I mean, it's okay because of these. We can hopefully find some stuff, but we could just get run over by an aggro. I don't know. I think I need to mull. I would like to keep it, but the hand just does nothing. This is not a lot better, but I think it has to do. Tapland Tribal over here. Okay. No Yorion, so it's unlikely this is Sultai. Let me just turn down my headphone volume. Unlikely it's Sultai. Could be Witherbloom combo. I was thinking I could discard Magma Opus to get turn 4 Prismari, but I'd need another untapped land, so I don't think it's worth it. Oh, okay, so it is Sultai. Could just be Sultai Control. Fetch up an island so we can play this on red. We've got Mystical Dispute held up now. Like so. Okay, so some sort of mutate situation. That's cool. I'm vibing. Do I want to discard this? I have 2 next turn 4, 5, 6. Turn after that 7. I don't see a need to. Like, it does accelerate us a bit, which is nice, but we can't really take advantage of that acceleration for a couple of turns, so what's the point, really? I can always discard it in my next turn cycle if I do want to get Goldilocks. Sorry, Magma Opus, but we drew Goldilocks, which is pretty nice. We are just going to slam it into the open mana here. They seem pretty, they've got a lot of black, so it's more likely removal than counter spells. And they've missed a couple of land drops, so we really do want to capitalize as best we can. Assuming Goldspan lives, we've got 9 mana next turn. Boneyard Lurker. Is this a starter deck? I mean, I guess I am just in gold, but this feels like it might be a starter deck. What do you even do? Permanent? Yeah, do I even care? I think I just ignore it, to be honest. Damage to face. Tap down their coloured mana. You know what I mean, I can keep them off blue and black this way. I'm pretty sure that's game. Didn't even sack my treasures. Pretty cool. See what they do here. Gem Razor, sure. Blow up a treasure. Blow up a treasure, get back Polywog. That's cute. I mean, it's cool. It's just not enough. Give us the good game. I'll say it back. Oh, it has reach now. Alright, game 2. Your head explode. Any Homestar Runner fans in the house? Okay, so bouncing can be cool. What do I not really want here? I kind of do want removal. They've got some creatures that are a little bigger than my burn can comfortably deal with. So I don't know. Maybe I want to bring in Anacro and War, but they have Gem Razor. Ooh, it's a tough one. I feel like I want Fire Prophecy. Yeah, I feel like I want a couple of Fire Prophecies. Maybe I've cut one Galazeth. I'm not sure if I want a Crow and War or not. Maybe I just go like this. Poor Galazeth, I always seem to cut him. Leviatros. Some sort of Leviathan Albatross hybrid, I guess. Hand is not amazing, but it's acceptable. Tiny bit of early removal to kill a symbiote, which is something. Bit of bounce is actually quite nice now. Can undo a few turns from them. And yeah, we've got Galazeth into Goldspan, hopefully into Alrund's. Trumpeting, no. Create a base creature. Well, I say trumpeting, nah. Do I want to tuck something? I don't actually think I do. I got lands, I got things to do. I could foretell this, but I kind of like just having the borrower held up. Because they have to play something else to the board. I think this is a pretty tough matchup for them. Because they're only playing 1 or 2 things a turn and they need it to stick to get their mutate triggers. So I'm going to let this resolve, obviously. There's nothing for them to blow up here. And then when I bounce it, they both go back to hand. If I'd bounced it before, they still get the Gem Razor on the battlefield. I actually kind of feel sorry for my opponent. This just be a very frustrating gameplay experience for them. Oh, they get to do it again. Blow up my treasure. That's nice. That's actually real good for them. Damn. Okay. Can't cast this, so hand. Play this turn. Oh, I messed that up. Oh, shame scoop. Shame scoop. Now that's 100% premature. Yeah, 100% premature. Not gonna lie about that. You know, just felt fun though. Okay, so yeah. Let's not make that mistake again. Anything I want to change? Wish I had more bounce. Red cap melee. I mean, they're not playing red, which is unfortunate, but the four damage is actually pretty critical here. Ugh. I think I just keep like this. But yeah, that was 100% on me. As I said, I don't think it's a good matchup for our opponent, but I dicked up and I just felt like being an idiot. With the old shame scoop. Okay, so this hand doesn't really do much. I'm going to keep anyway. I can foretell an epiphany, shoot down a symbiote. You know, I got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. Oh, they missed a land drop. Oh, that sucks for them. Or maybe they did it deliberately so they could discard this guy, but there's no point because it's 5 mana either way. No, I think they just missed a land drop. Oh, poor guys. I'm actually going to hang on to Shadow Skull for now. There is a world where I have enough mana that this becomes relevant to shoot down something large. But yeah, this really just feels like game, doesn't it? Oh, my neck. Yeah, 3 lands. That sucks for them. Lets them get a land. And makes it a 3/4. Is this worth sacking my... Yeah. Yep. It feels so dirty, but it's a good line. Stop them from getting their land. That should be all she wrote. Yeah, I mean, I can kill this. And that's lethal. Good game. I mean, I'm sorry because I'm sure it really wasn't for you, but they're a sport. Yay! Gold tier 2. Huzzah! Man, this new Liliana avatar is gorgeous. We will, of course, take the play. Tenebrous, I know that name. I think that's from something. Hands kind of meh, but being on the play, I think it's good enough. We got some draw, we got a counter. We got the dragon. Yeah, seems decent. I don't like these tap snowlands. I mean, I understand that we kind of need Frostbite, but just feels bad, you know? We're not casting Iteration this turn, so we might as well foretell. Rakdos. Yeah. Ooh, Mardu. Mardu Sacrifice, dope. I don't know what this matchup will be like for us. I genuinely do not know. Is there a 3-drop I need to counter? Bastion, definitely. Okay, so I think I leave, saw it coming up. If they play nothing, I can discard Opus to get an early dragon. I got options. We got options. Okay, they got all of their colors. Voice Strider. Yeah, I'd rather just get rid of that, to be honest. Sacrifice Outlet turns on some of their synergy, so I'd rather say no. Let's blast the iteration out. Into my hand. I think I take Borrower. Iteration, library. This one gets exiled. I screw up that sequencing so often. So I need to play this on red, or I can play this to fetch red to get dragon next turn. Scorpion's fine. Just do have to be careful, like we need to end this game quickly because they can burn us out with very little warning. At least if they yoink this, we can bounce it. If they're playing a Crow and War here, we can bounce the War. Sure. Take our damage. They could have a big plum here. Okay, no, just village rights. That's fine. But yeah, we're already on 12. Croxa, sure. Resolve. Drop off a Borrower. That's nice. We'll kill off these pests. Tap their red sources. So they can like plum or something in response, but at least these are all off the board and we know how much damage we're taking. Either way it sucks. We take 3, they gain 3. It just depends how much value they get out of that. Yep, plum. Draw a bunch of cards. Oh no, these don't drain, they just gain. Wonderful, wonderful. I've hit resolve all. Why do I need to still press resolve? I don't understand. I really don't understand what's happening here. Why is resolve all not working? Okay, 2 mana to work with this turn. That is not a lot for them. Set a stop in case I need to bounce something with Borrower to get through. But yeah, this is 8. Opus is another 4. Wonderful, got there. Okay, so what do I want here? That's tough. Probably want a couple of these guys. I don't think Mystic Dispute's very good here. I think Brazen Borrower is actually better. I don't know how good Negate is. I mean, it's definitely not terrible. but it's not necessarily better than... I mean, it's not necessarily better than Saw It Coming, because this can also hit creatures. It's not necessarily better than some removal. I don't know their deck very well. I think they have probably Blood Avatar. Brazen Borrow deals with that. Extus. I could maybe bring in a Crow and War, but I think it's a wait and see situation. So we're just going to make a minimal change, a little bit more removal. Look how gorgeous this avatar is. Look at that. But yeah, we'll just see how things play out this game. I don't think I can keep this. This is so much worse. Punished. Okay, so the plan is hope we hit red. At least we've got like some counter and some bounce going on. Twitchy boy. Yeah, it's something. Yeah, land problems. I've played a few like best of one matches with this and I haven't run into this much land problems. That's really annoying. I am just going to bounce it. I know I can't counter it on the way down. Kind of sucks, but that did take most of their turn. Just Fattel here because I can't hardcast it. Savage. And if it becomes tapped, put a counter on it. Sack your creature, gains indestructible. I don't think I actually have an out to this predator right now. I can throw both of these at it, but they can sack both of their things. And it just becomes a 5/5, and then they get to attack. Yeah, I think we're just toast here, unfortunately. Bugger. Okay, so I probably do need some Macroan Wars then. What do these hit that I really care about? Oh dear. I was thinking about cutting the prophecies and bringing back in Mystical Dispute because at least it can counter some important... Like I can just pay 3 and potentially counter something, but I don't know. I mean, we didn't have a good hand. So this is a turn 2 Fattel situation. Sure. Sucks, but what do we do? So I could ramp into Galazeth, which would then ramp me into Goldspan. But then what am I doing with that mana? I think I do this. Hand. I guess I take this because I don't have any interaction. Put you into my library and nab you. Set some stops. Bluff the frostbite. I can't ramp into Goldspan now. Can play you, and now I do actually have Frostbite. Fully enabled as well, which is pretty dope. Bastion. Sure. It's a bit unfortunate. Are they going to just attack with everything? If they don't attack with that eye twitch, I am just going to zap it. They probably grabbed Necrotic Fumes to answer one of my thingers. They do not. Okay, they want to blow up a treasure. I mean, that's fine. We'll grab an island here. End turn. We'll just do this now before we get pinged twice off the unit. And that means they're not blowing up my treasures this turn, which is pretty nice. And this should just be game. Good game. We got there. That did not feel good, but we got there. Excellent. On the draw again. Kahira the Orphan Guard. Interesting. So this is probably a control deck. Or it could just be some weird jank. I guess we can keep though. We don't have too much going on in this hand, but we can foretell, we can draw into a couple of things. And if it is a control deck, we've probably got time to draw into some action. So far we're seeing Dimir. Curate. What did we drop? So it's probably Esper if they're running this. Could be Sultai. Don't get me wrong. Definitely could be Sultai. Slap down an iteration. Counter it if you want. You're more than welcome. Sure. Oh, spicy. Thirst for meaning. Okay, dropped off a Shark Typhoon. Interesting. I have no idea what this is. Could be Esper Doom. I think I want the counter in my hand. I mean, I want the Epiphany as well, but what do you do? Epiphany into the library, and we'll play the land this turn. Wonderful. Okay, chose not to buy Kahira there. We'll do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or maybe I shouldn't do this again. Yeah, I just have to discard, won't I? Cool. So we'll just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, cool. I guess that's our turn. The staring match continues. Sure. They really want stuff in the graveyard. Discard a card. Get stuff in the graveyard. Get stuff in the graveyard. Okay, this is some weird combo. There's going to be something weird that happens. What's the black? Everything is blue so far. I really wish I had some peekaboo spells like Duress. You know, that blue-red Duress. Okay, so it's Sultai. We're seeing Sultai. What is their game? Fire this off. Wow, what bad hits. Hand. Library. Play. And the staring match continues. Is he just going to try and mill himself and win off a Thassa's Oracle? It looks like that might be the plan. I don't want to discard a card. Yep, resolves. They are at 7. Can't ultimatum, they don't have the right colours, but who knows what this deck is doing. Sure, resolves. Yeah, just some sort of Sultai control, I guess, with a whole lot of milling. We'll bounce her. Nothing else we can really do here. Try to counter it on the way down, I guess. No land drop. Please, no land drop. Yep, discard. Wonderful. So we can resolve this unimpeded. That's nice. So 7 mana now, almost Magma Opus. Foretell. No. Flashing Borrower. Oh, they should not have tapped out. If they counter this, they can slap down the Onyx. Goes up to 6. I think I just sit tight actually and see what they do this turn. Ah, it's Titan's Nest. Ah. That's why they want to fill their yard, to get infinite mana. Makes sense, makes sense. Cool, counted, wonderful. Sure. Stomp. Resolves. There was a slight stick there though, so they could be sitting on a counterspell. Little bit of a stick there too though, to be honest, so it might not be. I think this is worth going for. Okay, it's curate. Wonderful. So they need a wipe here. If they just answer one of these, we still have lethal. It's unfortunate that I can't counter that, but that's what it is. They get a couple of dorks, but that's fine. A couple more dorks, sure. To everything, turn, turn, turn. Get it? Turns. Yeah, that's my joke. Okay, did I have another one? Straight to attackers, sure. Ooh, all four, that's bold. So they got something. Probably another one. Extinction on... Odd, sure. Do they have a follow-up? Please have a follow-up. We haven't actually seen a counterspell from them, have we? Oh, please. Yes. Easy. That was fun. So that seems good. That seems pretty good. So Frostbite can come out. Jeez, got caught in an endless loop of alt tabbing. Maybe I don't want Ox. Maybe I want a Crow and War in case they bring in a couple of big boys that I don't have an answer to. Bone Crusher Giant, potentially less good. Like they could bring in something like an Elder Gargaroth or a Coma, and I just want to have an answer. This hand's not amazing, but it's okay. We got some early interaction in the form of counters. We got some late game bust stops. Opponent takes a mulligan. Always love to see it. Don't think it really matters with this many Fabled Passages, but what do we foretell first? Still probably Elrond's. I mean, next turn we can just hardcast this. No, we can't, because Passages. Damn, maybe that was a mistake. I was going to say, we could just foretell this here, but they could cast Nest next turn, so having Dispute Up's actually nice. Go for it. Titan's Nest, go for it. We both know you've got it. Even out the lands. I don't want to foretell here, because with this configuration, I can cast both of these. That's fine. This deck is so blue heavy from what we saw. Okay, they drop off a nest, so they must have another one. Let's stomp them. A little bit of chip damage in. This will be an island. That's very nice, but I don't think we go for it here. So now we can, next turn if we want, cast this and a Mystical Dispute on a blue spell. Titan's Nest. Sure, we're just going to bounce it. Oh, we've screwed ourselves. Make them use it though, that's fine. Oh, they could have paid. They could have paid. They had 3 in there. Oh, well, we take that. We definitely take that. So this will actually be a tricky one for us if they cast that again, like... I think we try to fight it. Because if this hits, they have like all the mana in the world. Okay, and they just scoop. Wonderful.